Today we're going to be busting 3 huge golfing myths, and these are things that could be killing your game.
Yes, we're your coaches, Piers and Andy. You're watching Meandmygolf. We are here to help you with your game. So if you want help with your game, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell as well.
Okay, so the reason we did this video, or we're doing this video, is because golfers are coming to us on the lesson tee saying the same things. And these things are really stopping them from getting better. And they are huge golfing myths because it seems so many golfers are thinking about them. So hopefully today we're going to bust those myths, give you some useful things that you can apply, take onto the golf course that are going to make you better. So first myth, Piers, this is going to be controversial to a lot of people because they think that they've been told this so much, and it's the secret to playing good golf, which is keep your head down or keep your head still.
I actually don't know why this is so hard, because it really, I mean, we laugh about it all the time, don't we? We never get upset by anything. But if ever we were to get upset about anything, it probably would be this. You know, keeping your head down, keeping it still, it just has never helped anybody. We've never seen anyone hit a bad shot as a result of moving their head too much. Because if we think about a golf swing is a very fluid motion. The head has got to move, it's got to be allowed to move in order to create power and accuracy. I think the problem is we see an image of Tiger Woods in a magazine and his head is like this, and we go, okay, well, Tiger's pretty good. He's keeping his head still. Well, of course he is, it's a picture, but he's keeping his head still. Let's do that. It just doesn't work that way.
And it's amazing. I played with a guy last week here in Bermuda, and he hit a bad shot and said straight away, oh, I lifted my head even though I was trying to do it. And the shot was nothing to do with him lifting his head. It was a separate reason. So then he tries to keep it still and it all goes to pot. So don't try and keep your head still, and we're going to explain why. So Piers, okay, let's go through why it's a bad idea.
Okay, well, should I hit a shot first? Let's have a look at that, yeah? So Sean, you make sure you get me on the shot here. So what I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to make sure I keep my head down and still. That's my thought, yeah?
So we're going to look at Pierce's peak on his cap. I don't want to see that peak move at all on that cap.
Okay, so it actually moved a little bit by force of actually going through at the end, but that ball has just made it into the water. That was a Pix ball. There's not many of those left in the country now. No. But you can see by that shot there, when I'm hitting it, my body, I'm not getting a full turn on the way back. I'm not getting a full turn on the way through. I'm lacking power. I'm lacking consistency. I've hit it kind of out there as well as the golf club. So that is not going to give you a good result at all. So stop doing it.
Okay, the best way to think about this. Your head is connected to your body, and what we are trying to do is create a good turn. So if we just look at Pierce here when he does a golf swing, we're going to notice his cap, and I'm going to ask him to do a big turn. Notice where the peak of his cap has gone, okay? Now what we want him to do is swing through. Notice the peak on his cap. Okay, it is fluid, it keeps moving. At no point is this head still. At no point does it stay down. It follows the flight of the golf ball, and this is what we want to do. This is what the best players do. We're not saying that you should be looking for it, but we're saying allow your head to be free because the body moves better.
And if you take a video of yourself and you see that your head is there when you hit the golf ball, then fine. As long as you're not trying to keep it there throughout the whole golf swing. Look, Dustin Johnson won the Masters yesterday. We watched it yesterday. He's a great exponent of this. The cap is moving throughout the motion.
Okay, let's hit a shot. And just before we do that, just a question to you guys. How many people have told you that you're lifting your head too early? Just leave us a comment down below. Is it something that you're thinking about? It might be something you're trying to do. If it is, then completely forget doing it and do what Pierce is about to do now.
Okay, all right, here we go. So watch that cap, watch the peak on that cap.
Beautiful.
I mean, so much more distance and
so much more power in that as well, just by allowing some freedom in that head. So first myth, keeping the head down or still, don't do that, please. Right, next one. How many times have you heard this? I tried to hit it too hard. If I can just slow my swing down, I hit it better. Again, another myth. And we actually did a podcast with a good golf coach the other week called Pete Cowan, coaches Henrik Stenson, a lot of great players. And when someone says this to him, that they're trying to slow their swing down, he says, so you want to be short and offline instead of long and offline. Because what happens is that it's not the speed of the swing that's the issue, it's the technique that causes the actual the poor shots. So we're going to go through a couple of things here that it could be, but first of all, stop trying to slow your swing down. It does not help. Now, Pierce, when let's say somebody thinks their swing is fast, what is often that as a result of?
Okay, we often find that that's a result of the body not really moving that much and the club not traveling that far around the body. So we'll generally see a golf swing, I'm actually going to hit one here, Andy. So we'll generally see a golf swing that is a little bit short of turn, a little bit short of the the arc of the club head going around the body. And if we think about it, that probably looked quite quick.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm hitting that one there, it probably looked quite quick, and it will also feel very fast. Now, as soon as I put an element of turn into my body, so a bigger turn, and look, you may be struggling, there may be some physical issues, we can figure out ways of helping you with that, but ultimately, free yourself now of the concept that you need to slow your swing down, and maybe what you need to do is create a bigger turn in your body, maybe a slightly longer arc, and that will actually, because it's a bigger turn and it's a longer arc, it takes more time to do that, so your perception of the feel of the speed will be slower. So a bigger turn will feel as though it's slower, but I guarantee you, you won't lose any power.
Okay, let's hit a shot. So what Piers is saying here is the swing that he just demonstrated is slower in time, but actually it's going to be faster in speed. What a lot of people are is they're fast in time and slow in speed. So it's the opposite way around. So,
Yeah.
okay, so notice on this one, there's going to be plenty of club head speed, but it's going to look fairly slow on the way back because of the turn.
Okay, here we go.
Wow. I mean, that one is, you probably couldn't hit it any better than that one,
You
Piers.
did give me a golf lesson the other day, and I don't know when that lesson's coming out, but they should watch it because
I'm
that was a
taking
good one.
all credit for that. So myth number 2, if you're trying to slow your swing down, it's not going to help. Make sure you keep it fast, but make sure you're having a good turn in the backswing.
You know what, the one thing I will say on this, just to add to this, obviously if you're falling over after you hit a shot and losing your balance because you're trying to hit it as hard as you can every time, then obviously you need to be mindful of that. But everything we've said before is absolutely applicable to everybody.
Okay, right, let's head over to some short game. So if you're enjoying this video and you can relate, then make sure you hit that like, and I'm pretty sure a lot of your friends are going to be thinking these things, so make sure you share it with them and help them with their game too. Okay, next myth is you decelerated on your chip shot. So you need to accelerate, Piers, on the next one. Again, this is just killing people's short game because it just not is the case. It's not the case, Piers, is it?
Shall we show you what the decelerated chip shot looks like? So chip shot here, 16th, Port Royal. So this is a shot probably that we would see. I decelerated on my chip shots. Well, yes, of course I decelerated because I hit the ground. As soon as you hit the ground, it's going to stop pretty quickly. So what we'll generally see from this is that golfers then go, well, I've got to accelerate, and that in itself can cause some real bad problems. So if I actually just show you a shot here where I'm trying to accelerate, you'll notice the tempo of the swing, but there's a couple of results that can happen. A good one could happen, but there's a couple of bad things that could happen as well. So from here, I'm going to make sure that I accelerate. So that one wasn't too bad. That was a good contact. It went past. But I could accelerate and still hit the ground before the golf ball. I could accelerate and still thin it through the back. So I can still do the bad shots. So what this causes, when you're looking to accelerate your swing, you're going to go with a short backswing and then accelerate through into a long through swing. Because if you actually take the club back any sort of distance and then you accelerate, then you're obviously going to be hitting it through the green. So if we think about the short game shots, it's not really about acceleration and speed and power. It's actually about controlling that, creating the finesse in the shots. So if we think about short shots and chipping, your best bet is to take a really light grip pressure and just allow the club to work back and through. This is something, look, I've struggled with my short game the last few years. And one of the biggest things that I've done for this year that's really helped me is pull that Andy there, a really light grip pressure. You can see how he's moved the club out of my hands there. And that allows me now to feel the club more and to have a longer swing. So I'll hit a few shots, Andy, and you can just maybe talk through what you're seeing on this. But look at the length of the swing, a really soft grip pressure as I hit these shots.
And there's no acceleration, or let's say a conscious acceleration of Piers. They're trying to rapidly accelerate. The club is accelerating as it sort of comes down here naturally because gravity is helping it work. But what Piers isn't doing now, the moment you think about you need to accelerate, what happens is the swing goes super short and then you have to go rapidly to do it. Now, not great for consistency of distance, really hard to control the strike, which is key on the short game. If you struggle with strike, certainly this is going to be a massive thing for you.
Just if we look at the shots that I've hit there, you can go back and look at these later. But all the shots where I was accelerating, I've taken out big clumps of turf. You watch this one here now, where it's really soft grip pressure, slightly longer backswing, more controlled tempo, more finesse. Look at the ground when I hit it. It's more of a brush and a bruise when I hit that there. So you can see that ball is just being collected and brushed off the grass, which is so much better when it comes to consistency of the shot.
Okay, hit one more.
One more.
And you hear this all the time when you see someone who's really good at short game. They look like they've got soft hands. Everything looks slow and smooth.
Sevi, Spanish soft hands.
Exactly. And you look at Piers when he does this, it looks smooth and it looks soft. and there's no acceleration there. That was a nice shot. No
That's
acceleration there. Certainly he's not trying to apply force to it. The length of the swing is going to produce the distance that you need. And I think if you can do that and stop trying to accelerate and stop listening to your playing partners, that is going to have massive impact on your short game. So we hope that's been helpful, guys. Really key that you understand that those 3 things there aren't going to be good for you. Keeping your head down and still trying to swing slower and trying to accelerate on your chip shots. Now, if this is useful and you're enjoying this, make sure you subscribe and also check out our website, meandmygolf.com. We've created this platform that is going to help you play your best golf. We've got thousands of members over there that are seeing amazing results from the coaching plans, being a member of the private Facebook community. It's a great place for you to get better, learn, and hopefully just take that to the golf course. So head over to there. You can take a free trial. We'll put the link in the description and look forward to seeing you soon.
See you there.